Dear Dario, people often ask me, why El Salvador? Why did I pick El Salvador out of all places in the world? Well, let's start off by the morning I arrived. I arrived at night, really, but the morning I woke up, I flew the drone just to see where I was. And I instantly fell in love with the volcano, the sunrise, everything. It's just the most beautiful thing I ever seen in my life. One, I never thought I'd be able to see a volcano in my lifetime, you know. My life hasn't always been that easy. But the real reason I came, my homeboy always told me that he wanted to take me. So I went for his grandma's 99th birthday. And of course, his brother's birthday as well. And I instantly fell in love with her, the people, you know, friends and the family. And we even danced, you know. I always went to a Latino school. Well, I grew up at a Latino school, so Salvadorians, Mexicans, Colombians, Cubans, all Latinos. So, of course, I know how to dance. I know how to enjoy myself and adapt. But for some reason, it just felt like I was definitely at home. I was where people accept me, where people didn't judge me of what I dress like or the color of my skin or anything like that. It was just all love from everybody. And of course, I'm the life of the party, as y'all can tell. But in America, sometimes you can't be the life of the party. So you gotta sit back. But in El Salvador, I can be who I want to be. But unfortunately, she passed away. So we made another trip. And this time, it was to her burial. And of course, you know, we had to take care of that business. But then I got a chance to see the city some more, or the country, I should say. And walking around, it was like, dang, you know, some of these people grew up just like I did. I didn't always grow up in a nice house, or sometimes we didn't even know where our next food was going to come from, or our next meal, I should say. I didn't know what I was going to eat that night, but my mom took care of us, just like some of these moms. Some of these people, they don't know when their next meal is going to come from, but they're happy. They're content. They're excited about life. They're excited about the change that happened. And it just so happens that I am too. I look at these people and it's crazy because that same green bucket is the type of green bucket that I used to take a bath in as well. But these people are struggling and they don't know that there's a better life out there. And that made me want to be a part of this country even more. It made me see, like, dang, I really grew. Or dang, they really need help. Whatever, you know, how I take it or they take it, I just know that it's exciting to see, and it's also sad to see, because some of these people really need us. We're in the U.S. for a reason, and they're where they are for a reason. But then I saw the beaches. The beach in El Tunco, the beach in Surf City, the beaches are the most beautiful thing I ever seen. And I'm not saying like, oh, it's super amazing, but it's pretty much close. So I flew my drone over just to see, and there's no place where you can get the mountains, you can get a volcano and a beach and a ranch all in one. But the food, pollo con preste, the first time I had a pupusa in El Salvador. I had them in America, but in El Salvador, they're just so different and so flavorful because they cook it with love. But in all reality, in all truthfulness, I fell in love with the people, heavy. Why? Because the people support me. The people love and care about me. Even Jose. Jose just opened my eyes to so much more. And I have so much fun going to his shows, and I respect him. And I look up to him. He's a great guy. And he's really trying to put on for his country. So if y'all can, make sure y'all go follow him. And also, definitely can't forget the fun things that happen in El Salvador, or the fun places you can visit. At this moment, I didn't think this slide was that fast, but as soon as that drop hit, oh, it was over. My stomach went straight to my throat. But check out this beautiful scenery. How many people can say they've been down a slide on side of a mountain looking at this crazy view? But in El Salvador, you can. But here's a little bit about me as well, as a person, without the jokes. I'm from Texas, Houston to be exact. I grew up with my mom. Me and my dad, we became close when I got older. He's a farmer. My mom's from the ghetto. Nah, she had a rough life. So did my pops. But my pops is a rancher. He's a farmer. So that's where I get Country Boy Earl from. But that's all, I guess. That's a little short history. But back to El Salvador, I love the walks on the beaches. In this video, I'm just talking to my homeboy's friend. I didn't even want to be bothered, but it's just somewhere where we can relax, talk about his day, talk about my day, and everything like that. And that's what El Salvador brings to me, peace. And there's not too many places you can find peace. I found peace the second I came to this spot at Surf City too. And I just was like, oh my God, I can really just sit out here and relax and not be bothered about anything that's going on in the U.S. I wasn't bothered about nothing. I just felt at so much peace. And then as time goes by, I just grew. I'm like, this is my second home. This is where I belong. This is my happy place. But with happiness, there's some sadness too. So the things I want to do is I want to help out the kids and some adults. So as I grow my platform, that's what I'm going to use it for. I'm going to use my platform to help these kids to, maybe give them an education and pass out diaries and notebooks, or, give them T-shirts or clothes and everything. But all in all, I just love El Salvador. So with that being said, vaya, salud.